This one-eyed, poor, uneducated black preacher who wasn't even allowed to stay in the school he registered for because of racism will become the man that God will use to pioneer one of the greatest revivals that happened in this world. Azusa Street Revival was so intense that fire service has to come around several times for rescue after receiving calls from neighbors just to discover that the only fire that was burning in 312 Azusa Street was the fire of God. Miracles was like a child's play in Azusa Street. Even creative miracle happened in their thousands. The best part of Azusa Street Revival wasn't just about the blind, dumb or deaf getting their restoration, or even the missing ribs or missing parts of the body being restored, but that the move of the Spirit went beyond William J. Seymour, who was the pioneer, to the extent that lay members began to do extraordinary exploits by the hand of God. Thousands of people from the congregation began to speak in languages that they've not learned fluently. People began to speak in Latin, Greek, Chinese, Japanese, and several other languages. And these guys were immediately commissioned because they believe that God has called them to use those languages for evangelism. This is the only revival that completely silenced the voice of racism, even though it happened in a time when racism was at its peak. The black, the white, the Asians, the immigrants, even the Hispanics, and even the Africans sat shoulder to shoulder. The educated and uneducated sat under one spiritual atmosphere, with nobody despising another. These guys had no poster, no radio station, no social media. But when Seymour called, the whole world. Azusa Street became the headquarters of revival in the world for 3 years. It is worthy of note that 700 million spirit-filled Christians can trace their spiritual heritage back to 312 Azusa Street, a movement that started in a humble, small, dirty building will change the destiny of Christianity forever. That is why Robert Liardon, the author of God's General, will call William J. Seymour the catalyst of Pentecost.